Hey everybody, it's Rara, and welcome to the next episode of Satisfactory. In the last one, we completed Tier 4. If you check out the thing, we nothing else to unlock. We've done all of the stuff. So now, in order to get Tiers 5 and 6, we gotta complete Space Elevator Phase 2. So, we've built the Space Elevator a couple episodes ago. Now we just gotta complete Phase 2. I'm stalling. I don't want to do this. The good thing, though, is that you don't really need to have permanent, factories to be building your space elevator materials, because these aren't used for literally anything else. You just put these in the space elevator to unlock the next tiers, and you're good. And you might be wondering, well, Rara, there's a phase 4 once you've gotten tier 7 and 8 unlocked, even though those are the last tiers. What do you get? What do you get when you complete phase 4 if there's no more tiers to unlock once you complete phase 4? And the answer is, well... Do you like your coffee mug? Because you can then get a golden coffee mug once you complete phase 4. It is the only current reward in the game. Obviously, Satisfactory is still in early access, so the game is not entirely complete. I mean, there isn't even a fully, fleshed out story. Like, Samor is still a work in progress, and we don't even know what the Mercer Spheres and the Summer Sloops are going to be useful for, but yeah. The game's a work in progress, but it's a masterful work in progress at that. So what I've always done on my several playthroughs of this game is I just complete the space phase, and then I delete all of my space elevator factories, and I delete the elevator, and I just bring all that stuff back when I need to move to the next phase. It's really pretty simple. And honestly, I'm probably going to do the same thing for this Let's Play. I don't find it too necessary to have permanent space elevator factories going, because, I mean... honestly, it's just kind of a waste of resources, unless you just want to use, like, many extra veins for space elevator stuff, but that doesn't appeal to me. Anyways, let's check on Little R for this episode. Oh. Come on, Little R, one episode. I just want you to do one thing in the future to make me proud of you. But as it stands, you're paying rent this month. Alright, let's first find a place to do these temporary factories. I am not going to make it look pretty, I'm just going to make it work. Maybe this right here in this open space would work. Alright, so what do we need to make the things? We already know that for the smart plating we need the reinforced plates and the rotors. But the other ones are going to be probably a bit more complex. Okay, and the assembler here, we've got all three right here. So yeah, smart plating, we can do that. It's just what we did before, but times 10. Versatile frameworks, they make 2 at a time. Pretty cool looking part. Requires steel beams and modular frames. Ooh, okay. And then the automated wiring requires cable and stators. Oh, okay. So we need to set up a stator factory. I mean, honestly, we could do stators and motors before we do the next step. But I think before we do stators and motors and we expand the factory for our tier 3 stuff, we might want to wait off until we get tier 4 stuff and just like skip over tier 3 expansion entirely. And for now, just try to get these stators done so we can make the automated wiring. So what's it take to make these? Requires steel pipes and wire. Well, that's not so bad, I think. Let me just go and see how we're doing. So as for the wire, let me see if oh yeah, we're making 90 a minute wire. Okay. So we probably have some wire to spare there. Hopefully the recipe isn't too demanding for wire. And then for our pipes, oh, it isn't looking good. All right, we're only making 40 a minute pipes. That's not a lot. This recipe really better not be very demanding. Yeah, our stator factory probably isn't going to be too big. Especially since this is only for a temporary thing, but we do want stators. We do want stators. So let's see, the recipe requires 15 a minute and, okay, you know what? That's pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. We can do this easy peasy. In fact, we might even want to overclock this to be a little higher, maybe. You know what would be fire if we could get half of the steel pipes, because we're making 40. If we could just get 20 a minute on this recipe, then I could just have like those 20 pipes not even be stored, right? Instead of 2 machines being stored, we just use the one machine going directly into the stator assembler. That'd be kind of fire. But I feel like that would mess up the numbers quite a bit. I don't know what that would require. I'm gonna plug in some numbers for a second and see what I can do. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could make 666 statters a minute. 6.66, mind you. At 133.333% clock speed, we are using exactly 20 pipes, roughly, and almost 60 wire. That could work. That could definitely work. Alright, and since this is going to be semi-permanent before we expand, let's just find a good spot for this. So we need wire and pipes. Oh. Maybe we'll just do another, like, cross bridge over here to get something across. I don't know what, though. Well, hold on. Maybe since pipes are literally being stored right here, right? Instead of this one joining that merger, we could just have it go into an assembler, like, right over here. If I could line up an export hole, oh, that could be fire. I don't think that'll work, though. I might need to move that. But then that would misalign that whole perfectly aligned thing. Well, we'll see what we can do. I doubt this will work. No, that's the closest we can get. So even if I were to place this one right here... Yeah, this would be a little weird, since this is the middle of this foundation, but I wanted to get it into this hole. I don't think you can perfectly line this up properly if we were to go right from that to there. It would be easier to just pull right out from the thing, right out from the storage chest. And what we could do here is, rather than having this come down here, we could just bring it down over here. I'm just gonna do it rather than explaining, I guess. This might get a little slightly spaghetti. I don't like that for the factory, but let's just say I don't like this, so we're probably gonna have to rebuild this at some point in the future. At some point in the rather near future. Anyways, my idea here, right, is delete what we have with this, and then copy, or not the, let's copy the belt. Will that work? Can I get a, in fact, can it right here, can we get a Mark 1? Oh, that would barely fit, but maybe we can make this work. Yeah, and then delete this, get a Mark 1 in there, perfect, 90-degree angle, okay. God, yeah, that barely fits. That it'll just scooch on by. And then we take our thing there, like so. Okay, now, then, like, pulling from this pipe thing. Oh. This is still awkward no matter how we go about this. Yeah. Well, because we need to get the wire across, too, right? And so we'll probably take the wire out from there and go around this way. I guess since this is temporary, we'll just plug this one in like this. Alright. We'll just do the most direct path. And it's not that spaghetti, but it's not exactly a straight line either. But, you know, it could be worse. How are we gonna... Okay, actually I am gonna talk about this here before I finish. How am I gonna get the wire to go over here and then down into this if, this is blocking the way? Maybe I could move this back and then get the wire... Oh, boy. Okay, this is where the wire is being stored. It's, I guess, kind of convenient that the exit hole and the only hole that we can exit out of is facing this side. Can we go like up and over the concrete? Oh boy. Oh boy. Don't try this at home, kids. Yeah, what are we gonna do with this? Let's try like going like a bit high with it, maybe. This is only temporary, spaghetti. Don't do this. Don't be like me. How many do we need? Like, yeah, I guess tier 1 belt works. This is fucking sacrilege, but I will plan better in the future. Like I said, I need better transport options than what we currently have. Let me just connect from over there to over here. Okay, and then from here could I just, yeah, okay. Yeah, that would work. Alright, so then we go down there and we export or input into the thing, and then you go into the, wait, what? Oh, I didn't make it tall enough. I'm a silly. Okay, that, yeah, there we go. And then we just connect you, and then into the thing. Alright, you know what? I did what I could do for the time being. And now, we're going to make statters. Yay! But, okay, we just need power, which, we should have a pole right around... Oh, we're connecting to that pole. Okay. We'll make a new pole over here, then. In fact, I'll make, like, a couple of them. Bring one over to this side and everything. Okay, nice. Stature creation. It's happening, baby. It's happening. Oh, wait, weren't we gonna... Oh, what was that recipe? I forgot. It was like 133.3333. Something like that. Oh, wait, I need to overclock. Yeah, there we go. Consuming 20 steel pipes a minute and making us that number in statters. I hope you're not superstitious. And now we get to see what the statters look like on the conveyor belts. My favorite part. Seeing items on conveyor belts. Okay, then we do a little bit of you. Oh. Oh, they're so cool. And like, I've known that they were cool, but now you can see them too. You can see like the coiled wire. It's like they got 8 little thingies, or is it 8? Maybe there's more. It is 8. I was right the first time. They're very cool items. Like, how do you even get that out of a pipe and some wire? I feel something tells me this game isn't 100% true to life. Just a hunch. Just a thought. Hey, engineers, or whatever people make statters in real life. Is it this easy? Can you make this out of a pipe and some wiring? The answer is undoubtedly gonna be no, but I need to hear it from the source's mouth. Anyway, with statters going, now we have access to every single space elevator part, so I'm just gonna set up temporary things, and I'll just like speed this up so that we get all the things automated. Dang, even with a fully overclocked machine here, consuming all that extra power, we can only get this up to 5 per minute. Which means this will take us like an hour and a half? Let's see, if we get 300 an hour, right? Because we were making 5 a minute, so 50 every 10 minutes, so 300 per hour. Then, yeah, like an hour and 40-ish, 50-ish minutes, something like that. Almost 2 full hours to get all of these done. That's a bit awkward. But yeah, let's set up a temporary storage as well. You know, this episode will probably take over an hour to complete anyway, so we'll probably be done with this by the time I finish all the other stuff I wanted to do. Now let's go get the versatile framework up and going. What does that require again? I need to check. Right, okay. Those. Fun. Well, you know what's fun about that? Is that we're storing these modular frames way over here. And we're storing the beams way over there. So that's super fun for us. Alright, who's ready for some mega spaghetti? We need assembler right here. Set to versatile framework, and oh god, this recipe's rough too. Thank God we're making so many steel beams. We're gonna overclock the shit out of this bad boy. And see what we can get there. 12.5 a minute? That's not bad. And it only takes 6.25 modular frames and 75 steel beams. Are we making that many beams? I don't think we're making that many beams. I'm gonna go check how many beams we're making and how much we can put into this. We're also gonna have to turn off the encased beam production, but hopefully you've made a good amount of those by now. About 360 to my name. That's fine. You can get turned off, friend. We have one machine, and oh. Is it just me, or did I get mistaken thinking that we were making a lot more of the beams than we really are? I thought we were making more beams of 15, huh? That is rough. That is rough. Alright, well, let's go see what we can do with 15 a minute. You know, on the look back, it might take like most of the steel beams we have, if not like all of them, but we can just pull right out of the chest. We don't actually need to be making 75 a minute right now. So this will work, yeah. And don't worry about overclocking right now, because if you've been following along and making your factory similar to mine, or, you know, if you're just that committed to this Let's Play, All of your things should be mostly backed up, as I've been showing, so a lot of machines aren't even running, so we have power to spare for now. Now, this is pretty simple. So, power pole, modular frames, imported here. Then we'll set up a temporary storage chest, just copy you. And, oh, I literally put that, they're like kissing. They're so freaking close. Okay, that works. Now we just need the beams. We're gonna use the Mark II belts to bring them over here since we need 75 a minute. And I'm just gonna drag them right from the box to the thing. It's gonna be, El Pretty Fire-o. Wait, actually, thinking about that, I can't do that. What I need to do... Yeah, what we need to do is... take this line here. Yeah. Yeah, I need to put a temporary splitter on this line here. And this will have the Mark II belts coming out of it. And we're not going to make it look pretty, because we're tearing this all down when we're done. I just need a temporary Mark II. Why are you not working? What happened there? Whoa, how did I notice this? What the fuck? Okay. So take 2 on that. Temporary splitter on the line this time. Thank you. Mark II off to the side over here. Why is this not working? Okay, you now put the splitter on the thing. I thought you could split splitters directly on the thingy. I don't know. There's some logic to it that I don't really understand. I mean, I always just delete the line and then place the splitter down. That's just me. I just find it, you know, it's just easier to do that. Oh, and you know what? I just realized we're gonna need a Mark II belt going into it anyways, so it's a good thing that I messed that up. We can Mark 1 that one, but we need Mark II going in this way, as well as from the thing. And then we just drag this all the way over to, there. I'll see you in a sec. I can already hear all the comments now, like, you changed, bro. You changed. Why'd you start making all this spaghetti, man? Look at your coal factory. Look how nice that looks, at least from this angle. Don't mind how all the pipes look from that angle. You're gonna be like spaghetti and Rara's factory. Is this even the same fucking YouTuber that I clicked on originally? You know, some people are known for their factory tidiness, and others aren't known for that. But I wouldn't say making a name for myself, but I have made it known what play style I prefer. Let's just say that. And this feels like absolute sacrilege to me. But at the very least, we're making versatile frameworks, and hopefully it won't take that long. Now, if we do some little mental math here, if it's 12.5 a minute, then in 10 minutes we got 125 of them. In 20 minutes, that's 250, so yeah, this should take 40 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes of this running. I hope I have the steel beams to supply that. I don't think I do. Yeah, if they only stack in stacks of 200, and these only hold 24 things. Let me see here, so that's 200 times 24, 4,800. 75 a minute times 400 minutes. 25 times 10, 75 times 100, oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of beams pretty quick. This might... This is fucky wucky. I'll probably need to keep the versatile framework on for about as long as the other one, like an hour and a half-ish. I don't know, maybe even longer. All I know is that we've got them being made now, so... In fact, let's just do this, right? Let's just aim for 10 a minute. That still requires 60, but yeah, I'm gonna go get the automated wiring started, and hopefully that's not so taxing on the factory. Alright, let's just place down a little thing here. Automated wiring requires stators and the cable, and this is why we had the stators going, but let me see the actual recipe here. 2.5 a minute. Oh, well, you know, that's not so bad since we only need 100. I think I'll just leave this at the base speed. It also needs 50 cables, which is somewhat a lot-ish, but I think we're making more than that. Yeah, we're making 45 cables a minute. So we're not making more cables than that, darn it. Well, we've got the stator factory right there and the cable factory right there, so I think you know what we're doing. Fortunately for us, we don't actually need to have all 50 cables a minute since we have our, our full storage bin of cables, and we only need 100 automated wiring, so we should have more than enough to supply this for as long as it'll be running at 100%. So I'm just going to run the cables into here and the stators, and I will see you in a sec. Here we've got the cables. We can mark 1 this, over to the thing. Oh, goodness. Please bear with me, folks. This is all only temporary, I swear. Oh, wait, I just realized. That's a little awkward. Because we just need to take these stators and, not store them, but move them around the thing. Just get them to be behind itself. Okay, here, take this, right? And we go this way. And then all the way around into the thing, clipping through the own machine. Okay, it's fine. And we'll just put in the excess stators that they had already made, as well as some cables to get the bad boy started. Okay, so yeah, this isn't gonna be a nightmare at all. Basically we just let this run, and I will see you when I have all of the things needed to complete phase 2. I can already tell this episode, and in real time, this is gonna be a minute. So, once again, we're at one of those things where the episode's probably gonna be like an hour or 2 hours long, and I don't know how much content I'm gonna have, but I try to strive for at least 25 minutes. Hopefully that's enough to satiate your appetite. Okay, so I just played a casual game of League of Legends while I'm waiting for this stuff. Oh, okay, we've got 100. Well, we can shut this shit down. Yep, just deleting all of the thingies, and I guess we just don't need the cables anymore. What else were we using to make those? I can't tell. Oh yeah, just stators. Okay, so we're good. You have a few extra stators and extra wiring as well. Let's go see how things are with the other things. What is it? Oh wait, the versatile frameworks is right here, aren't there? No, wait, those are the stators. What? Oh wait, I don't actually have to delete the stator one. I forgot we could keep that up and going. My bad. We'll just put these away for now since we have no purpose for them. Oh right, over here is versatile frameworks, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. Nice. Okay, we're done with this too. So we just destroy this. Okay, that will. Oh shit! No! Don't. Yeah. Careful. Let's not get all those frames on the floor. We don't need the beams anymore either. Very nice. Oh, we're cleaning up the spaghetti. It feels good, man. Feels poggers, bro. Not going to lie. And we can get rid of that splitter. Replace this with a regular thing again. Mark 1. Nope. That's. Wait, when did large billboard take out my thing? Need to replace that with Mark 1 belt. There we go. All better. Okay, let's put some of these extra beams away. Because we're running out of inventory space. I don't even know how. We just have a few things of most of the important stuff. And you know what? Let's just throw away the extra wiring because we won't need this. I'm not sure if they're used in phase 3. But for now, I don't know if we just want to hold on to it till we want to complete phase 3, which might take quite some time. Jeez. So yeah, we're just gonna get rid of that. Get the exact amount that we need. And where are we making the smart plating? Oh yeah, like right in front of the other one. Right in front of the thingies. Okay, how are we looking? 300. We still need another 180-ish. Yeah, like I said, this one is taking a minute. Alright, so I'm going to go load up what we already have. We only need about 5 or 6 more minutes of smart plating to go. And I thought, well, we might as well just put the things into the space elevator already. So I'm gonna do that. In goes our automated wiring. There we go. And I don't have room for all the frameworks in one trip, but there's about half of them. And here's the other half. We can even throw away the excess, or the bonus 36 that we have. Okay, just waiting on the plating now. It should be like 5 more minutes. Literally, this recording is about to pass over 2 hours. I had to play a second League game for this. You know what? Since we can't bring it all in one trip anyways, I'm just gonna take what we currently have and dump it off in the thing. We only need about 3 more minutes at this point, so might as well do every little thing I can to pass the time. Oh, the final one. At some point I just started watching them being made. And there we go, ladies and gents. That is it. Let's shut down this whole shitty freaking operation. Just gonna grab all this, thank you. What's even in here? Oh, we don't have room for all the smart plating, fine. Well, you know what, we have leftover rotors, and lots of these for some reason. Okay. This episode has all been set up for, I guess, whatever we're really gonna do when we get access to tiers 5 and 6. So, we just load it in. God, it's been forever since we did this. I can't wait till episode, 90 when we complete phase 3. Let's just seal it up. Ooh. Fresh out the oven. Love that for it. And send it! Are you proud of me, Fix-It Overlords? Are you happy? Is this good enough for you? Oh, there it goes. Just... yeah, boy. And immediately the objective is like, complete phase 3. Like, I just did phase 2. What more do you want from me? Immediately they're hitting me with this shit. Like, oh, okay, now it's time for phase 3, slave. Alright, well, we'll get on 2,500 frameworks. I could have just let that run. Honestly, I'm tempted to just like leave my computer on overnight, because like that wouldn't be that long to get 5 times the amount that we just had. It was only like an hour to get the first thing, so it's like 5 hours just leaving your computer on. That's not so bad. Anyways, let's go and see what's brand new up in his house. What we gotta do to unlock some of this cool new stuff. Oh boy, tiers 5 and 6. In tier 5 we have oil processing! And with oil processing we get access to the oil extractor and the refinery machines, as well as the ability to scan for oil. New products in the shop, all these different things, like the ability to create valve items, and plastic, and rubber, petroleum coke, and fuel? Well, you could assume that with oil, but still fuel? Or we could go and get a gas mask, I guess, with filters, and this is how you breathe in poison without, destroying poison. We can blow up those, some of the poison rocks, I think? Maybe not. But we can get rid of the poison-spitting plants. So how useful this is for you depends on whether or not you like to go into tons of poisonous areas, but it is good to have. However, they run on gas filters, and we're gonna have to start automating these if we want to get any real use out of the gas mask. There's something in my eye, Jesus. Like, I'm trying to explain this cool new stuff we got in Satisfactory, and all of a sudden there's like hair in my eye or something, and it's like God is telling me, somebody, whatever exists above, whatever created us, the universe is sending me a sign like, do not talk about this shit right now. We will strike you down. But anyways, yeah, I probably won't go for gas masks pretty soon. I mean, it depends on how easy this is to make. I kind of forget. But we could go for this kind of quick, except it costs motors that we're not automating yet. We also have alternative fluid transport, which is a whole ass thing that allows you to store fluid stuffs. And here we get the bigger fluid buffer. Did I even really go over the regular fluid buffer? I mean, it's just like the storage, but you can store water. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went over that. We can also start packaging liquids now. That's what they mean by alternative fluid transport. With all the packaged water, fuel, and liquid biofuel. With this, you could put liquid in these containers and put them on conveyor belts, because conveyor belts can hold the canisters when you've packaged up your liquid, including these barrels of heavy oil residue, and we also get the new packager machine. But these cost motors, plastic, and heavy modular frames to unlock, so it's going to be a little bit before we get this. And finally in here we can get the industrial manufacturing, which will give us the manufacturer machine. A mid-game, or maybe even late-game item, depending on how you look at it, machine that allows you to craft an item using 4 separate inputs at the same time. It's like the assembler, but even bigger, with double the amount of, input holes. And then we'll finally get access to the truck that we're not using, as well as the ability to make computers, modular engines, and adaptive control units. So as you can see, things are changing. We're getting more ways to craft things, like bigger, more complex things. We're getting alternative fluid transport, and bigger fluid storage, and new machines specifically for fluid things. We're going to get gas masks so we can traverse poison hazards better, and we're going to be dealing with all new sorts of liquid, like heavy oil, regular oil, and the fuel that we make from that oil, as well as we're going to be getting into byproducts. And for those who don't know what I mean by byproducts, well, just wait, they suck. Let's just say this, awesome sinks are gonna be required soon, or basically required. Then in tier 6, to give you a tease of what's to come, we're gonna get the fuel generator and Mark IV conveyor belts, as well as the ability to scan for Caterium. Why is this locked in Logistics Mark IV? I didn't even realize we can't scan for this yet. We're already using Caterium. Why is this locked here? Is it locked here? No, it's not. What? Nani? Don't lie to me, game. Maybe this is an alternate way to unlock the scan for it in case people aren't, like, exploring the world that much? I don't know. Ooh, a jetpack? More inventory this is literally just the jetpack, but you can imagine what the jetpack will allow us to do. And trains! Finally, Rara has some way to do long-distance transportation now. We just gotta build however it takes to make computers and HMFs. HMFs is what we in the industry, as in the Satisfactory playing industry, call heavy modular frames. And then finally, the last thing that we're getting is upgrades to pipelines. So we get the Mark II pipes, which can hold double or 600 m cubed of fluid, and the Mark II pump, which can take your head lift up to 50 meters instead of 20. So yeah, a lot of stuff to come, and I need to think about what we're doing first. How do we make heavy modular frames? Did one of these have the ability for us to make those? I don't even see this anywhere. Unless we can already make heavy modular frames, but I don't think that is the case. Yeah, we can't make them already. I am confused. Is it like a MAM thing? Do they want me to do MAM stuff? Because I could do MAM stuff. It's not in the quartz tree, though. Well, while we're here in the MAM, we might as well be able to unlock this. The AI limiter is just a new item that we can start automating. Yay, even more work for me. Haha. Yay. Oh, wait, I didn't even realize how close we were to getting this, but Smart Splitter. Oh, my child. My beautiful boy! We need this. I need this. I need 10 AI limiters to get this. How do we make those? We just unlocked the ability to make them, so let's figure it out. They are down here. Oh, it's just sheets and quick-wire. Well, let's make those 10 and get ourselves some smart splitters. Oh, yes. Oh, welcome to the future, baby. This is it right here. I'm excited. Smart splitters are such an enormous help, and once you have them, you'll never go back. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. Not every build requires a smart splitter, but they're very, very nice to have, needless to say. So anyways, let's just go over to here and get us my favorite object in the game, period. What's it take to build one? Well, okay, it's a couple reinforced plates, couple rotors, and one AI limiter. Pretty easy. Well, we're gonna make one. We're gonna make one right now, and I can explain it. Alright, so here's a smart splitter. You just put it down, and it looks pretty similar to a regular splitter. However, it's like slightly more advanced design. You know what? I'll just put it down next to next to a regular splitter. And you can see the difference. It's just got like the lights, little small difference, but it's a thing. Alright, so this is how smart splitters work. Basically, we can take a conveyor belt. No, don't turn it around. Turn it around. Go into the thing. We go into the thing like this, and we can press E to configure it. Yes, and this may seem confusing at first, but trust me, it's really simple. So, just know your orientation. Here is our input hole, and here are our 3 exit holes, so that would be left, forward, and right? So for our left input, you can just say like, oh, we want only AI limiters to go through the left here. And then it's smart. So if your conveyor belt goes out here, this will only accept AI limiters. So you can put several things in one belt, and then let's say we have, I don't know, AI limiters, copper, and wire on this belt. then we can separate them so that AI limiters go left, copper goes, or, you know, cables go forward, and wire goes to the right. They are, I love these guys so much. But that's not the reason why, and we'll get into that in a second. If you put any, then it just accepts any, like, you know, thing that isn't the specified one for the others. Then if you put none, you can make it so that, like, this one isn't used. So even though I have a conveyor belt coming out of it, if you set this to none, nothing will come out this side. Even though it has a conveyor belt, it just will not accept items coming out the left side. Then, if you put any undefined, it's kind of the same thing as, like, any. Admittedly, I don't really know the difference between any and any undefined. But you just, either one will probably work for your build, just like experiment, okay? However, the thing that makes them absolutely goated is overflow. Now, we don't really have a lot of use cases for this yet, but let's say we're dealing with an item that has a byproduct, like heavy oil residue, or like one of that fabric recipe that requires those thingies. You'll see later. Basically, that's what smart splitters are for. So let's say we have an excess of black powder. So we want some black powder to get through here, right? But say we're making 70 black powder a minute, right? And we have a Mark II belt bringing it in right here. So we have 70 black powder a minute coming on this conveyor belt. It touches a smart splitter, and we use a Mark I belt here to bring out 60 of the 70, right? So then that would mean that we have 10 left over that would come through the overflow. And we could do whatever we want with this 10. We could reroute it into a different recipe or dump it into an awesome sink, you know, do whatever. But this will allow you to not get backed up when it comes to recipes that have byproducts in them and things you need to get out of your system. So if you just need to dump something into like a liquid storage, then you can send this off into a liquid unpackager or some kind of awesome sink. It's just, it's so nice. It's so nice. So you still get the exact amount you need for whatever specific build you're doing. Like, say you have a build that takes exactly 60 of a thing, but you're making some weird number. Send it through an option splitter, set one side to overflow, and then you can get the exact number that you want. Like, if it's 60, then you just 60 out, overflow the rest. I'm talking this bad boy up so much, but honestly, late game players of Satisfactory, you know how useful this is. I know how useful it is. It is easily like the most useful item in the game for more complex stuff, and you will see. Like, honestly, once I started using smart splitters, my whole world opened. It solved so many issues I had with aluminum. And I will be frank, I didn't use smart splitters for about the first 1,000 hours of my gameplay. And that really hampered a lot of my aluminum and oil builds, and it messed them up. And it made it so that, like, they were never exact, or, you know, like, I constantly had to baby them and keep going back and forth. But you will see how difficult that can get if you don't use smart splitters. And yeah, they just make your life, they take your life from a living hell status to a kind of a perfect heaven. But yeah, that's what we're gonna call it for this episode. This episode has gone on for freaking forever now, and I'm scared of the file size, honestly. Like, I don't have a lot of storage right now on my computer, so I don't want every episode that I need to edit to be like several hours long. That would be bad. And I still have more recording to do, so we're gonna end this one here. Hopefully you guys had fun. It's become a thing now, kind of every episode, for me to mention just how long it is, and, you know, the episode lengths and stuff like that. And I do give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes in that regard, and I don't mean to do that so much, and if that is annoying, I apologize. But, you know, it's just obscene. It's like, because with Pikmin, right? Pikmin is basically just like a one-shot thing, since I'm not giving myself any redos. So I record for like 30-40 minutes and it's done. Like, we call that an episode. And I'm not saying that the Pikmin is like lazier content. I actually have to think more in Pikmin, and it's a lot more stressful since I have to do it on the fly, you know, like on the spot. But this takes so much longer since there's like a lot of waiting or just like planning for the builds I need to do. It's quite the juxtaposition, but I'm having a lot of fun with both Let's Plays, and it's gonna be sad when Pikmin 2 ends. We're getting close to the end there. I don't know what I'm gonna do after it, but I just know that I need a break between that and Pikmin 3, so maybe I'll just do only Satisfactory for a little bit. There probably will be like a week or two there while it's just Satisfactory and I'm trying to figure out what to do. That being said, videos might slow down a little bit when it's just that, because like I said, these Satisfactory episodes can take quite some time. And you as the audience member, you're probably thinking like, oh, they're just like half-hour videos, man. They can't be that bad. But you haven't edited my videos. You don't know how long that takes. Sometimes I'm editing these for like up to 3 hours. But anyway, that's just a little meta insight into what goes on at Red Fox Rara headquarters, where it's me and me alone. I am my best employee. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one, where we will get like actually really start diving into tier 5 and dealing with oil stuff, and yeah, it's gonna be great. So until then, I've been Red Fox Rara. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Satisfactory, and I'll see you then. Bye everyone.